Hey, Paul Mauro here, Smart Financial. Today we're going to talk about protecting your credit and your data, especially right now. It's March 2025, right? It's a super important topic because right now there's about, let's call it 1,000 really brilliant young people that are diving into the federal government's guts to dig out fraud, waste, and abuse. I think it's a great thing. It's a great movement to try to save money. I like all that. The flip side of this, of course, is that the more people that get exposed to your private data and your personal information, the more your identity is at risk and the more your credit's at risk. So let's talk about what you need to do to protect yourself in this environment. Now, I will tell you that there's a lot of benefits to having a credit protection, and we're going to talk a couple of different ways about doing that. But right now, again, I don't want to say that anybody has any bad intentions, but let's just say that it's a leaky ship. Right? And all it takes is one leak of your data to get out your personal information, social security numbers, birthdays, to endanger your identity and also your credit. So we're going to talk about a few things right now. Hundreds of brilliance of people working hard. They're human beings. Mistakes get made. I don't think anybody right now, in my opinion, is going to do anything intentional, but these are bright, young technology people, maybe not quite as careful with the data as someone who's been in that industry for a long time. So let's just talk about what you can do. First and foremost, let's talk about a credit freeze. Okay, a credit freeze is something that's really available to everybody in the United States by law. It's also free. You can contact each one of the credit bureaus. You know them, Experian and all that. Contact them and say, I'd like to temporarily freeze my credit. Now it's free. A freeze is free, and you can basically prevent anyone from obtaining credit in your name until you unfreeze it. Now, it only takes 1 day. What's interesting about this is you can protect yourself for 1 day. You have a legal right to do it. They can't say no. So if you talk to Equifax and they give you some pushback and they want to sell you their other plan, which we'll talk about, that costs $25 a month, I'm not talking about that. That's a credit lock. So here's the difference. Credit freeze is free. Credit lock, they want you to pay for. I'm telling everybody out there, our personal clients, young people, millennials, baby boomers, everybody should be taking advantage right now during this period of time in the free credit freeze environment. By the way, it takes 1 day to put it on, takes 1 day to take it off. So if you think, gee, I might want to buy a car in the summer, no big deal. Freeze it now, unlock it in the summer. Okay, so completely free, and it's protection against other people using your personal data to get new credit. Now, I will tell you, here's my personal experience on this. I like to share some of our family's personal stories because I violate my own privacy. That's okay. A number of years ago, we were driving out west, stopped at a gas station, stuck my Visa card. I won't mention the name of the company, but it was one of the big financial companies. Put it in there, got some gas, and they had rigged the card reader so that as I charged my gas, it also sent the signal to London. Somebody got all the data, got a brand new credit card in my name. Now, this was about a 1-week cross-country trip. So in the space of time between the time I left my home, let's call it the greater Boston area, and got into the greater Denver area, right? And had a little vacation time and all that. And we're messing around. We get to our place in Colorado, and I get a phone call. Mr. Mauro, we're concerned you've exceeded your credit limit on your new credit card. And I said, what new credit card? And they said, the new credit card that you got when you changed your address to Branford, Connecticut. And I said, I never lived in Branford, Connecticut. Okay, so this is how it unwound. Someone got my data in a matter of a couple of days, obtained a new credit card with a very substantial limit, over $25,000, blew through the limit in a matter of a week. When the credit card company called me, the damage was already done. And let me tell you, it took months to square this away. Now, I want you to learn from my mistakes, right? I did not do what I'm telling you to do because I, frankly, didn't even know what a credit freeze was. I didn't know that I needed it. But I think credit protection is very important right now. Personal data protection is important. So step one, I want you to execute a free credit freeze. Call all the 3 credit agencies and tell them you want a temporary credit freeze. It's a free service. They can't turn you down. If they try to sell you the other service, then I would say it's a personal choice. But here's my second part of this. If you are a homeowner or you are an apartment dweller and you have homeowners insurance or you have apartment insurance, you need to talk to your property and casualty agent, PNC, property and casualty. They insure houses and cars and liability and all that. And you should ask them what the price is to put cyber crime insurance on your homeowners. I will tell you again, my wife Linda and I did it. It's very inexpensive. At our particular property and casualty agency, it was less than $60 a year, I think $52 or something. Now, what does that do for you? If you put cyber crime coverage on your homeowners, it covers you and your family against all types of cyber criminals that are out there. Maybe the intentional bad guys, not the unintentional leakers, but the folks who are trying to get into your information, change the title on your house, do all kinds of things, including and especially getting into your computers and injecting into your computers a thing called malware or bugs that when they're in your computer, they corrupt it. They send your personal data, your passwords to other people. They do lots of bad things. So to get cyber crime coverage is very inexpensive. It even covers, by the way, for those of you that have had the problem and taken your laptop into your favorite technology place and said, can you clean this thing up and fix it? And have them shake their heads and say, no, it's like irreparably corrupted. It covers, this insurance covers replacement of the hardware in your home. That means if you've got a bunch of computers, they all get infected. You have to take them all, have the hard drives destroyed, have the computers replaced. It pays for all that. This is very important. So there are limits. I think there's a $50,000 limit on the one that I got, but it protects you against specifically cyber crimes, okay? 2 steps. Number 1, protect your identity, protect your data, protect your credit. Right now, especially, and again, we're in a new era, and I'm not saying that all these folks, these high technology folks that are roaming around all of our personal data are bad people, but I'm saying that the more people, right, that are on the ship, it becomes a leaky ship. All it takes is one person to have a data slip and for your data to get out. So let's do in March 2025 a little preventive medicine. So go out and get a free credit freeze on your credit limits. So nobody else can obtain new credit from this point forward, and you'll be smarter than Paul Mauro and his family was, okay? Number 2, call your property and casualty agent. Boy, if you don't have a great property and casualty, if they don't know what you're talking about, get a new agent, okay? It's really easy, right? Our firm started in the property casualty business years ago. We own an insurance agency and all that sort of thing. And if you subscribe to our channel and you stay in touch with us on Facebook and all that, if you absolutely cannot find a great property and casualty agent, we're happy to refer you to trusted people around the country that we're familiar with. But most of all, I'd like you to protect your credit and protect your identity at this time in history. Cybercrime is rampant. It amazes me how many very smart people use their skills on the dark side rather than on the other side, to quote Star Wars, right? So a lot of folks go to the dark side with their skills and they use their cyber skills for cybercrime. Now, one last thing before I let you go. On top of this, if in fact you're very concerned and you want to lock your credit, I will tell you that right now, I think that Experian is charging about $25 a month. I think Equifax is about the same. Now, I'm not a big fan of those things, but if you're really concerned, you should go from level 1, credit freeze, to level 2, credit lock. Okay, those are 2 separate things. But both of them have the ability to protect you and your family against having someone else get a credit card in your name or impacting your credit and your personal identity. So this is just one more part of our smart financial lifestyle, and it is the art of being smart. And I'm Paul Mauro. I'll see you again next time on Smart Financial.